Today is Friday, August 7th. Welcome to this edition of Nevada County Now. Today's episode, we're talking Code Red, green waste, gold mining, and more. Join us, won't you? Hello and welcome to Nevada County Now. I'm your host, Cole Pettit. The County of Nevada Office of Emergency Services and the town of Truckee are gearing up to run a coordinated test of the Code Red and Nixile Everbridge emergency alert systems. The test is scheduled for next Wednesday, August 12th, and is set to run throughout the day. OES Program Manager Paul Cummings said, "This is a great opportunity to practice situational awareness. We encourage folks to build in communication redundancies. Residents should be aware of all the tools we use to inform residents of an emergency. High-low sirens, radio updates, internet news, the Ready Nevada County dashboard, and updates from your 5 emergency allies are all equally important. Of course, your own situational awareness plays a big role. If you see or smell smoke, don't be afraid to evacuate yourself." All Nevada County residents are advised to register for Code Red emergency alerts in one of the following ways. Visit readynevadacounty.org/emergency services. Text Ready Nevada County to 99411 and follow the link to complete the registration, or call 211 or 1-833-DIAL-211 for assistance from a Connecting Point call agent. Code Red emergency alerts will display as originating from 866-419-5000 or 855-969-4636 on caller ID, and residents are encouraged to save these numbers. The town of Truckee will conduct a concurrent test of the Nixile emergency alert system, which serves the town of Truckee residents. Truckee residents are encouraged to register for the Nixile emergency alerts in addition to Code Red. To sign up, simply text APP to 888-777 to receive a link to download the Everbridge mobile application. Complete the registration by downloading, installing, and opening the app. Insert 96161 to subscribe to the Truckee Police Department and Truckee Fire Protection District. For more information, visit readynevadacounty.org. We've seen an increase of 28 COVID-19 cases this week, bringing our total to 321 confirmed cases. 20 cases are currently active. Nevada County Public Health lists 1 current hospitalization and 13,183 tests performed, an increase of 837 tests this week. Some viewers may have noticed a new disclaimer on the dashboard. It reads, "Due to issues with the state's electronic laboratory reporting system, the data on our dashboard may represent an underreporting of actual positive cases. The state is working to address the issue with the system." State Health and Human Services Secretary Mark Gallay issued a statement today. Let's take a look.
Good afternoon. It's nice to be with you again. Today, I want to provide you with an update on the data reporting issue I brought to your attention earlier this week. It's a problem the governor demanded my team and I solve. Addressing this has been our top priority and our focus over the last 72 hours. I want to explain to you what went wrong and its effects. Here are the bottom lines. Number 1, our data system failed, and that failure led to inaccurate case numbers and case positivity rates. It also prevented counties from having some of the data they need to monitor and respond to the virus in their communities. Number 2, no changes to our response policies were based on the incomplete data. Number 3, we believe the trends we discussed earlier this week remain the same. Case rates continue to follow the trend we see in hospitalizations, showing slight decreases. So how did this happen? On July 25th, a server outage created a delay in lab records coming into our lab reporting system. As a result, we instituted technical changes that allowed the records to flow into the system more quickly. These technical changes were supposed to be temporary. However, they were not later disabled, causing further delays in our reporting of lab data and creating an extensive backlog. Simultaneously, we discovered that we were not receiving data from one of our largest commercial labs for a period of 5 days between July 31 and August 4th. This was due to a certificate that the state neglected to renew timely, which resulted in data not being able to transmit to the state. Throughout the pandemic, the CalReady data reporting system has been challenged by the volume of COVID-19 data, and short delays are not uncommon. I became aware of the magnitude of the data backlog in the late afternoon on Monday and alerted the governor and his senior staff shortly thereafter. So how are we addressing this? Simply put, the CalReady system was not built for this volume of data. In order to create a lasting solution, we are accelerating the development of a new laboratory reporting system for COVID-19. In the short term, we have reversed the technical changes we made last month that were supposed to be temporary, and we renewed the certificate. We are putting in place new protocols and notifications when any system changes are made. We are making upgrades to our servers to ensure that we have extra capacity. And we now have a redundant system to validate the data and reports. We strengthened oversight and monitoring so case data are complete, timely, and validated. And finally, the governor has directed a full investigation of what happened, and we will hold people accountable. So where are we now? Over the last 24 hours, we have seen a normalization of the flow of data coming into our lab reporting system. We expect that over the next 24 to 48 hours, that the backlog that is between 250,000 and 300,000 records will be resolved, giving us a better sense of the total number of tests that were delayed. We are reporting these tests to the counties based on the date the specimen was collected, so we can attribute it to the appropriate day. We apologize. You deserve better. The governor demands better of us, and we are committed to doing better.
Visit mynevadacounty.com/coronavirus for the most up-to-date information available. The Nevada County Department of Emergency Services announced 2 more free green waste disposal days. They will be on Monday, August 17th and 24th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the McCourtney Road Transfer Station. They will accept biomass consisting of tree and plant trimmings, dead plants, weeds, leaves, and branches. Items not allowed are tree stumps or root balls, and items with a diameter greater than 6 inches. With so many things in flux right now, it's difficult for many businesses to know what to do. Many of our small businesses are being forced to adapt and sacrifice in order to stay afloat. That makes it an especially daunting time to start a new one. And yet at least one such business, Oso Rio Kitchen, has done just that. We dropped by to find out how they were able to do it and find out more about this new establishment.
You guys got started up in the middle of a pandemic.
Started a business in the middle
Yeah.
of the pandemic.
So how did that happen?
It was a collaborative idea of both Noah's and I to start a community-supported kitchen, and we started working on this in December, and then the pandemic hit, so that kind of put some hurdles in our way. But we kept moving forward, and we officially launched in May.
And so you guys were part of the Business Igniter course, is that correct?
Yep, Megan took the course and kind of set the groundwork for us to be able to, launch with good branding and good marketing and, our finances in order and be able to secure this place that was, allocated through the health department. And it couldn't have happened at a better time, honestly, with our business model and what we're trying to do and the way people are accessing their food these days is, there's a silver lining to the cloud, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So can you tell us a little bit about your business model and how everything works here?
Yeah, so we are a community-supported kitchen, and what that means is that we put out a weekly menu every week on Mondays, and our clients can check out the menu on the website and decide if they want to participate for the week, and they have till Wednesday to order, and we do that so that we can bring in just enough to feed what we're actually putting out, because we're pretty much a zero-waste kitchen. And then on Friday, we do a curbside pickup. So in a weekly share, they get a 32-ounce soup, $2.32 on salads, an entree, and a side elevated ferment or sauce. This week it's a blackberry and star anise chutney. And then we also have a bunch of marketplace items, so they can add on to that. They can get flowers or bread from Booho Bakery. And then we've got our own little add-on items too as well. A lot of his excellent picklings and krauts and stuff.
Nice. Okay, and you're also working with local farms and whatnot too as well. How did that come about?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of been the foundation of what we're trying to do, you know, in the essence of having a community supported kitchen and where both of our backgrounds come from. You know, local food is number one, you know, there's really no question about it for us. And and with the pandemic and how this has all played out, you know, it's wonderful to be able to support small farms and give people around here that wouldn't necessarily have access to, you know, that style of produce, you know, random weird ingredients that normally come in a CSA box that they don't know what to do with. We are delighted by, and we take all the weird stuff that the farmers, you know, don't have an outlet for, and we'll turn it into something delicious. And we get to, you know, give them money, which they in turn spend here, and then we also get to feed our community with their lovely produce. So it's really a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, sounds like a great way to go. And then recently you guys just got picked up by the Great Plates program, is that right?
Yeah, we just got picked up by the Great Plates program, which is a Nevada County relief program, but it's also happening statewide. It's to get food to seniors that have health impairments that don't want to leave their house, or maybe not have the financial means. So we're providing 3 meals a day for 2 days of the week, and then there's some other supporting restaurants that are helping out as well. So that's 60 seniors in our community that we're able to feed, you know, really nice meal twice a week for.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So how can people find you and get on your list?
Social media is a good way. Instagram and Facebook. We are Oso Rio, OSORIO Kitchen. And our website, osoriokitchen.com. Is a great way to do it, and the little newsletter bubble will pop up, and the newsletter is the best, quickest way to stay informed. And we're always posting on social media too, and trying to, you know, let the people that follow us know about the farmers and what we're up to in the kitchen, and get people excited about the week ahead.
Awesome. All right, anything you'd like to add?
No, just we'd love for everybody to check us out, give us a follow on Instagram or Facebook, and just kind of follow along on our journey. We're really excited to be here. It's really awesome to be, well supported already and just fully supporting the local economy.
Thanks for showing us around, and congratulations on all your hard work paying off. Another business currently working its way through the regulatory apparatus is proposing to restart gold mining here in the county. For more on this story, let's turn it over to Sonora Slater.
Thanks, Cole. The reopening of the Idaho-Maryland gold mine by Rise Gold Corp has been much debated and discussed in Grass Valley and the surrounding area in recent months. But the overall process of doing so is expected to stretch far past the present moment and well into 2021. Due to the long timeline, it may be hard for general members of the public, even those with a personal stake in the outcome, to stay up to date with the status of the project. So, we had Senior Planner of the Nevada County Planning Commission, Matt Kelly, explain to us the pieces of the process that will be most relevant to public interest, and at what times community members can officially make their opinions heard by the Planning Commission, as well as, further in the future, by the Board of Supervisors. He noted that we are currently most of the way through the first opportunity for public comment, with the deadline being 9 p.m. on August 17th. It pertains to the scope of the Environmental Impact Report, or the EIR. This report is required by the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA, and investigates a checklist of information such as the effect the mine will have on air quality, the noise impact, greenhouse energy emissions, and so on. While all topics on the checklist will be covered in the draft EIR, the items that the report goes more in depth on will be determined by responses during the current commenting time period. This first window is most often utilized by lead agencies rather than general members of the public, but the option is open for all. You can submit your comments by emailing Matt Kelly at matt.kelly@co.nevada.ca.us. or mailing a note to the Nevada County Planning Department at 950 Maidu Avenue, Suite 170, Nevada County, California 95953. The decided upon scope of the EIR will be incorporated into a draft version of the report, expected to be released around late fall, when another public review period will begin. There will be a 45-day public comment window following the release of the draft, after which the report will begin to be finalized, culminating in a final EIR in early 2021 that will respond to all comments received. After the release of the final EIR, public hearings will begin, and the Nevada County Planning Commission will reach a decision about the mine. In accordance with the subsequent decision, they will make a recommendation to the Board of Supervisors, who will then start making final decisions about the project. The process is very long and complicated, but the community is urged to make their voices heard in an official way if they have something to say about the project. With the proposed gold mine being located only a few miles away from downtown Grass Valley, lots of questions have been raised about how opening the mine could either benefit or harm the community. The application to reopen the mine states that over 300 new jobs will be created by the operations. But as almost all of these are specialized technical jobs, many of them are likely to be filled with people who are out of the area. However, more than 50 new jobs could still remain for current residents of Grass Valley, which would be a positive economic trade-off. As for the environmental impacts that the EIR will cover, among the most contentious are related to water and energy. The old tunnels that were abandoned at the site are now filled with water that would need to be pumped out, treated, and removed into the nearby Wolf Creek. While this will mean more water will consistently be present in the creek, the sudden mobilization and overflow could be dangerous for water quality, as it might displace contaminants. The constant operation of the mine would also require large amounts of energy and result in significant carbon dioxide emissions. The EIR will take all of this and more into consideration, weighing the positive impacts against the negative to determine how best to proceed with the project, as well as whether or not to proceed with the project at all, and public opinion is an important piece of that decision-making process. Back to you, Cole.
Thanks, Sonora. The Nevada County Fair was originally scheduled to begin next week, but the online Junior Livestock and Ag Mechanics auction will still be taking place August 13th through 15th. Fill your freezer with local, naturally delicious meat that's been raised with the utmost care. Support youth livestock exhibitors who are annually certified in the quality care of animals, or purchase custom handcrafted Ag Mechanics projects for your home and garden. To be a buyer, register at nevadacountyfair.com. Sierra Theaters, despite not currently being able to show films in the theater, is now giving you a chance to stream films from home. There are currently 2 films available. Rebuilding Paradise from director Ron Howard is about the campfire and how community members went on to forge a bond stronger than what they had before the catastrophe. And the other film, 2040, is a hybrid documentary exploring what the future could look like by the year 2040 if we simply embraced the best solutions already available. Tickets are $12. To purchase yours, visit sierratheaters.com. We'll leave you tonight with some footage from downtown Nevada City, where they too have closed off a street to allow for outdoor dining. Remember, stay safe, take care of each other. We'll see you next week.